Hello! I am the Witch of Jasmine, and welcome back to my channel. Oops. Today I have a reading for Taurus moons. How are you doing, Taurus moons? Happy November. Good to see ya. There we go. If you're watching this the day this comes out, it's kind of a big day in the United States. So I hope you're not feeling too stressed about that. I guess even if you don't live in the US, you might be a little stressed about that. But let's just take some time to breathe. Oh my gosh, these are falling out all of a sudden. Oh my god. There we go. I invite you to take some deep breaths to calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself, get relaxed, get comfy. I'm going to try to give you a little bit of clarity, a little bit of direction, peace, as much as I can with this reading. Can't promise it's going to say what you want to hear, but that's okay. Here we go. There we go. Okay, Taurus moons. Let's take a look at your cards. So for the Oracle card, we have Success. Ooh. With Libra and the fire element. Very nice. All right, and for your tarot cards, please ignore the cat here. Okay, for your tarot cards, we have 8 of Cups reversed, the Moon, Two of Swords, the Lady and the Lord, aka the Lovers, Three of Chalices reversed, aka Three of Cups reversed, and lastly, Four of Athames reversed, aka Four of Swords reversed. Okay, I needed a minute to think about this because this at first glance felt very all over the place, but now I'm seeing it all come together. So the first thing that jumps out at me is this 8 of Cups reversed. 8 of Cups is about moving on from a situation, moving away from something or someone. I believe that we are talking about something having to do with people in a relationship, but it might not necessarily be about that relationship. And when I say relationship, I don't just mean romantic. I mean just any kind of relationship with someone else. I'm not sure if this is moving on and away from a person, like a relationship that you have with a person, or if this is moving on from something more like work related or something that you're doing because of a person. That also might be the case here, because there's definitely some issue happening because of a person. Does that make sense? So I'm probably going to talk about this because this is a general reading and just so it's a little easier on me. I'm going to talk about this as if you are moving away from a person and this is just a relationship. But I just want, for some of you, it might be you leaving a situation or maybe a work situation, something like that, just because of a person. Okay, I hope that made sense. But the thing that is like making me think this has something to do with somebody is because of this moon with the Three of Cups reversed. Three of Cups is about friendship and good vibes, good relationships with other people. So when it's reversed, it's a lack of that. It's having trouble cooperating, having trouble meshing, not really being in harmony with other people, not good vibes. And especially because we have this moon above it, that tells me that there's something hidden. I don't know if I want to be so bold as to say that there's like lying and deception going on. That might be possible, but it kind of feels like there is just something that's not being addressed with this situation, with this person. And I think you are having trouble figuring out what to do about it. We got this Two of Swords with Four of Swords reversed. Two of Swords is about making a decision, but specifically with this kind of decision, it's one, we can see in this picture that this person who is throwing the swords is blindfolded, right? And when we have a Two of Swords type of decision, that's usually one where it kind of feels like you're in this stalemate, like you can't you're really having a hard time figuring out which one is better. Kind of feels like there's the same amount of pros and cons for each thing. But with Four of Swords reversed, that means you're having, you're kind of restless about it. This is something you just keep going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Because there's just no real clear good answer. And I think it's really stressing you out. I think I lost my train of thought with this Eight of Cups. I was going to say with the Eight of Cups, it's about moving on, but when it's reversed, it's being unable to walk away, being unable to move on, or not doing so for whatever reason. So I believe that's what this pairing here is about. You trying to make this decision of, is it worth staying? Is it worth fighting and trying? Is it worth just ignoring this person and doing what it is I need to do? Whatever the case is. So, okay, I think I know what this reading is telling you to do, but I want to be sure before I say anything. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one more card. Just so that I don't say the wrong thing. The Hierophant. Okay. Okay. Let me try and say this without being cryptic. So, I don't think this reading is here to tell you what to do, which way to go, which decision to make. I think this reading is here to help you make that decision for yourself, right? One thing I definitely can say for sure is that if you think, or if you're not sure, if there's something hidden from you, like I was saying before, something maybe even a little deceptive, some sort of illusion type thing happening, that's definitely coming up here. Yeah, I think this reading is definitely confirming that. If you feel like that's happening, it's happening. Number one, well, I guess that's number one. Number two, I don't want you to worry about whether or not you're making the right decision. Because we have this success card here, this tells me that whatever decision you make, it will be the right one. So as far as what can you think about to help you come and make this decision? With the Hierophant card, it's about tradition and learning from those who have come before you, learning from the past and taking that wisdom that we learn from history, from people's experiences outside of this, and applying it to what we're doing now. When we have the Hierophant upright, to me, that's a sign that sticking to the beaten path, doing the traditional thing, doing what most people would do in this situation is your best bet. It also could be a sign, if you believe, if you know that there is someone in your life who has been in a situation like this before and you can get advice from them, definitely go do that. I think that would be very helpful for some of you if you have that. But I think looking at this situation very objectively and not assuming that this is some never before seen novel crazy situation that nobody's ever been in before, right? Maybe looking at it, why am I struggling to figure out how to word this? Looking at it from kind of a general outside perspective and saying, okay, if I knew somebody who was in this kind of position, what would I tell them, right? What would most people do in this situation? What is the general what is the general advice that most people would take or listen to, follow in this kind of situation? I think that's the way to go. Just going to use this as an example to illustrate my point. I'm not saying that this is what is happening here, but just for the sake of explaining this, right? Maybe this is about a partner cheating on you, right? With this lying, might be lying, but more so something not being as it seems, right? So in my example, you got cheated on, right? And most people, the general advice, the beaten path is if you get cheated on, you need to break up with that person. Most likely 9 times out of 10, this is not somebody who is safe for you to be around anymore. This is somebody who has betrayed your trust, somebody who might not respect you as much as they need to. Most of the time, if somebody gets cheated on, you would expect them to end that relationship, right? Now, you might be in a situation here where you're like, well, there was this extenuating circumstance. Well, they were drinking. Well, there was this. Well, there was that. And I think that might be clouding your decision making right now. In this scenario that I'm making up, I think because we have this Hierophant card here, I would recommend ending the relationship because that is the thing that most people would do. Does that make sense? I don't want to sound like I'm overcomplicating this, but I also feel like I'm just not finding the words I need right now. But one other thing I want to add to that, this Lady in the Lord card, aka the Lovers. So the Lovers is a very misunderstood card in tarot. So let me explain what it means, especially what it means in the context of this reading. The Lovers, just like everything in tarot, they are a symbol. So we have this couple here. The lovers that we have here are a man and a woman, which represent two separate forces, two very different energies. So the Lovers represent harmony and unity and balance and 50-50, these two different energies that complement each other and know how to play into each other's strengths and weaknesses. So I think a reason why, we're talking about whether or not you want to walk away from this situation, right? I think the reason why you don't want to walk away is because you are trying to figure out how to make this situation work, right? How to fit yourself harmoniously into what it is that you're dealing with. And I'm not here to tell you what to do. Like I said, I think this reading is giving you some things to consider, some different perspectives to look at with this situation. It's not up to me or the reading to tell you what to do. But I would recommend, again, if you're kind of looking for something to chew on here, to think about, you might want to consider, is it possible for this situation to work harmoniously? Is it possible for me to feel like this is a 50-50 relationship, right? Is a 50-50 balanced situation? Or does it feel completely out of balance and I don't really see any way for it to become balanced? Okay, I'm going to leave it there because this is a very dense reading. I know, Taurus moons, but it also does sound like this is kind of a tricky situation. So hopefully I was able to give you, like I said, some different perspectives so that you can find some clarity and move forward. But with all that said, if you have any questions about this or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. On the shorts part of my channel, I have hundreds of videos, shorts videos, where I talk about each of the cards. I talk about their upright meaning, their reverse meaning, as well as any symbolism within them, within the cards. So if you're looking for a little more information about any of the cards, I recommend you check that out. If I could recommend you some specific things to look at, maybe the moon as well as the Hierophant. I explained what they mean in this reading, but there's probably more information over on that part of my channel if you're interested. But Taurus moons, I'm sending you a lot of strength with this situation, and I'm also sending you a lot of peace because I think you have been really struggling to have some peace, right, with this Four of Swords reversed. So make sure you take some time to relax, take some time for yourself, for sure. Oh, and also let me tie it back with this one more time. I know I already said this, but I really mean it. I don't want you to worry. I think either way, whatever you do, you're gonna be fine. This is just one part of life, right? You'll move on. You'll find success. Whichever decision you make, it will be the right decision, okay? I believe in you, Taurus moons. I really do. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!